Hello, you're welcome back to Afro Cooking Channel. Yummy! Look at what we have here today. Puff, puff. One of my favorite snacks. Everyone in my house loves it, and that is what we will be making today. Before we proceed, please hit that subscribe button if you're not yet connected to this channel, so you can always have all the beautiful content of recipes of food that's eaten all around Africa, and that like button to get connected, and so that whenever we upload new videos you. So today we are making puff puff and what or buns. Nigerians call it buns. So I already have my ingredients here set and just ready to combine them and mix together. So here I have a teaspoon of salt right here. I have a sachet of yeast and my whisk, which I'm going to use to whisk the yeast, when I put it in water. And here I have 3/4 cup of sugar. This is 3/4 cup of sugar, and this is 1.5 cup of warm water. Please, the water needs to strictly be warm only. If it's a little bit hotter, the puff will not rise. And here I have my flour. I'm using plain flour, and I'm using 3 cups. Now, if this is not really going to yield much puff, if you're a family of, let me say, 6, 7, and you really want it to be more, then you have to double the recipe, double the ingredients for the recipe, so it can give you more. Usually I double the ingredients, because we are a family of 6 and everyone in my house loves to eat puff puff. But because I don't have enough flour, I'm going strictly with this recipe, which is 3 cups of flour, 1.5 cup of warm water, 3/4 cup of sugar, 1 sachet of yeast, and a teaspoon of salt. That's basically all the ingredients. It's very simple to make. So I'm going to go ahead now and just mix all the ingredients. No, not all the ingredients. I'll be putting the yeast first in the water, and then I will whisk it until you can see some bubbles. I'm going to give it a very good mix. Yeah, if you look inside, you can really see some bubbles coming up. So I'm giving it a very good mix. Yeah, so you can see it has a really good mix. So I will go ahead now and put in my flour. Then I'll go ahead and put in the salt, and then of course the last ingredients I'm putting in the sugar. So I'll go ahead now, still using my whisk, and give it a good mix. Some people prefer to wash their hands and mix it with their hands. Me, I don't want to go through the hassle of washing my hands after, so I prefer to use this whisk to just mix it. This is just the perfect recipe because it gives you puff puff that is not too soft and it's not too hard. When some people make that puff puff, sometimes you see it is too soft, and when you fry it, it tends to soak in oil and it's just looking mushy. But when you have the right consistency, the right amount of ingredients, then you just have this perfect puff puff that is not too hard and is not too soft. So that is what this recipe is going to give to you. I'll go ahead and drop the ingredients in the description box below. So after giving it a good mix, I'm gonna lock it tight. So this is the mix. I've given it a good mix. This is the right consistency. It doesn't have to be too watery, if not the pop-up is going to be so soft, and it's going to take a lot of soak in a lot of oil, and it doesn't have to be too hard either. So this is just the right consistency that will give you that really good puff. So I'm going to cover it, you know, with an airtight, because this is an airtight container. I'm gonna cover it really tight and keep it in a warm place so that it can rise and double in size. You know, if you live abroad and maybe it's winter when it's cold, you can put it by the heater, you know, so you can receive that warmness. Or maybe if you're cooking, if you happen to be cooking, you can just put it close to where you're cooking. That's how I sometimes do it. If maybe I happen to be cooking something, I'll just put it close to where I'm cooking so you can receive that warmness to make it rise. So when it rises and doubles in size, we're going to go ahead with the frying. Hello, yeah, so look at the puff. Yeah, it's reason. Yeah, I ended up adding, you know, like doubling the quantity in the recipe because there's no way that one was going to be enough for my family. We're a family of 6 and my kids love eating puff. So I had to double the quantity in order for it to be enough. So I'll go ahead now and fry it. I'm going to use my hands because I'm doing it for my family. Some people would prefer to use an ice cream scoop to scoop it, you know. So I've washed my hands and I'm gonna do it with my hands. And this is the oil here, you know. It's been it's hot now. It's been on the cooker for some time, so it's hot now and it's ready for me to start frying the puff. So I'm gonna just mix it again. You can see it, right? Yeah, look at it. So I'll scoop it like this and I'll go like this. Some people, if you go like this, it's not going to give it that round, you know, bally kind of shape. So I'm going to go in like this. Yeah, that's how you go with the puff. And your oil really needs to be a lot because puff is mainly about deep frying. If your oil is not enough, it's just going to go flat under the pot. Yay! Look at how nicely the balls are popping up. Yeah, just go like that. See the balls. You see the bouncy balls. Yeah, that's puff. You know. Guys, you do this on a low heat so that it can really get cooked to the inside, you know, it can get done. You know, if the flame, if the heat is too high, then the outer you know, part of the puff will look brown, but inside is not cooked. So you have to really bring your heat on low, especially when you've already put the puff and it's looking like this. You bring your heat on low so that it can really get cooked to the inside. And when you take it out, maybe you need to increase the flame a little for the oil to get a little bit hotter, and then when you put the puff inside, so that it can immediately bounce and come up, and then you can lower the heat then so that it can get cooked. So here we go. Look at it. Look at that. Look at the puff puff. You see how bouncy it is because of the way the side of my hand that I'm using to bring it out. Yeah, so the puff puff is all ready, and I'm gonna be eating it with pepper, pepper that is been prepared, with tomatoes and onion. I'm going to be showing you the recipe for my pepper one of these days. You can eat puff puff with beans, with pap, which Nigerians call ogi. You can eat it with basically a lot of things, and also if you want to add a little bit of flavor to your puff puff, you can put in cinnamon powder or nutmeg when you're mixing the flour. I just like simple puff puff without the extra flavor, so that's why I did mine like that. So if you're a fan of any of those things, go ahead and add it to your puff puff when you're doing the mixing. So it's tasting time. Yay, that's my best time. Wow, can you see the fluffiness inside? It's not hard and it's not soft, it's just fluffy. You can see it, and it's looking nice. So I'm gonna be eating it with a pepper. You can join me if you want. Guys, you need to make some at home. I will also be putting the recipe in the description box below. Feel free, go ahead and try and enjoy yourself. Give your family a treat. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and to hit that like button. See you in my next video. Thanks for watching. God bless you.